The wind is howling tonight in Madison, prompting a number of warnings and watches spanning several states. Thank you for joining us tonight. This storm traveling very quickly through the viewing area.
We have team coverage this evening. The main threat, those extremely high winds and all of the potential damage that could come with that. Let's head right away to Chief Meteorologist Gary Cannalte with a first look at our certified most accurate forecast. Gary.
Well, Eric, we've got a line of thunderstorms moving in from the west. Severe thunderstorm warnings in effect until 10:45 for Juneau and Adams counties. This also has a tornado possible tag with it, indicating that there's the potential a tornado could spin up, but maximum winds of 60 miles per hour along that line of storms is indicated. And you can see these storms moving eastward pretty rapidly. They'd be all the way eastward into Westfield by about 10:37. Farther to the south, severe thunderstorm warnings remain in effect for Sauk, Iowa, and Lafayette counties. That's the areas west of Dane County. That until 10:45. Again, for winds of 60 miles per hour or greater. Now, you can see the middle part of the line has been weakening, but just because you don't see rain here doesn't mean that there aren't very strong straight line winds. And again, these by almost 11 o'clock, these storms will be into eastern Dane County around Sun Prairie. We just had a report of a 69-mile-an-hour wind gust in Platteville from this line of storms. You can see that pocket of very strong winds moving into the northwestern portion of Lafayette County, north and west of Darlington. This line of storms moving off toward the east, weakening a bit. That's good news. Over the next 2 hours, you can see future radar takes these storms into portions of Dodge and Jefferson County and east of Madison. Temperatures right now still in the middle 60s, upper 60s over southwestern Wisconsin. Dew point temperatures are a little bit lower in Madison, so as this line of storms moves eastward, the air is a little bit drier. That should lessen the tornado threat, but keep the wind threat still going. In fact, right now, wind gust is 47 miles per hour in Madison. There's that 68-mile-per-hour wind gust in Platteville, and these winds will continue to stay strong overnight. Tornado watch has been changed to a severe thunderstorm watch for Dane County and expanded eastward into the rest of eastern Wisconsin until 1 a.m. Tornado watch continues until 11 p.m. for areas west of Dane County. High wind warnings in effect until 6 a.m. for much of our viewing area east of Dane County. Those warnings run until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. After the front passes, temperatures will nosedive. By morning, we'll be in the mid-30s and highs tomorrow only in the upper 30s. At least the severe weather threat will be over and the winds will be dying down. I'll have more in weather in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, and we want to get a look now at the latest Alliant Energy power outages map. You can see the numbers right behind that storm system right now. And as of now, reporting more than 80,000 without power, more than 4,000 of those are in Wisconsin. Alliant Energy serves about 1 million homes in Wisconsin and Iowa. And tonight they say they are ready for what could be a long night. Power outages, a very real threat with those high winds. So they say having a backup heat source ready when things cool off, especially, that would be a good thing to have. And this storm system we're seeing tonight in Wisconsin started hundreds of miles away today. And we're seeing some of the incredible video. This is a time lapse of that storm rolling through downtown Omaha. You can see just how quickly it went through, fueled by those high winds. In the immediate aftermath, thousands of people there in Nebraska lost power.
Tonight's storms also has the Department of Transportation urging drivers to slow down and take it easy. Tahlil Mohadin joins us live to share what they say you need to be aware of while on the road. Tahlil?
Well, the wind has certainly picked up out here. You see a gust coming in right now. A few of our decorations are going to be rattling a bit, but it changes depending on where you are. It's going to be a little bit more aggressive, and that's what the DOT is mostly worried about. They say bridges, overpasses, and open roads, those are the areas that are going to have the strongest gusts of wind. Now here's a live look at the conditions on East Washington Ave, because even in more metropolitan areas like this, officials say when it comes to high wind conditions, safety is a concern no matter the road.
It's more rare than a snowstorm or a thunderstorm.
Officials from the Department of Transportation are sharing a message.
If you can avoid traveling in treacherous weather conditions, it should be avoided.
High wind conditions that make getting behind the wheel hazardous.
In very extreme cases, the larger profile vehicles have actually tipped over.
But if you do find yourself on the road in these conditions, here's a simple tip from the DOT. Keep your hands at 10 and 2.
Get a firm grip on the wheel, because driving in the sustained wind condition can be more difficult than people think it would be if you're constantly steering into the wind.
And with the risk of flying debris or downed trees making it onto the road, DOT officials say this wind is something you should take seriously.
You know, let's say someone's garbage can or a construction barrel blows out in front of you. All you're going to see is just that item out of the corner of your eye coming into the roadway, and it causes you to brake suddenly, other vehicles to brake suddenly, or you could swerve and take evasive action. That's why
they're asking those on the road to maintain a bigger distance from other drivers.
if you look at the side of a car, it's almost like a big sail. There's more surface area than you think, and a big wind gust, should one come along, it can push a vehicle out of its lane into the next lane.
Paying special attention to trucks and semis, which have a higher risk of tipping over.
And they also recommend planning ahead regardless of the distance you plan to travel. And to monitor those road conditions, you can download the TOT's 511 app.
Tahlil, thank you. Before the winds kicked in today, felt a little bit more like summer, or at least late spring, than the middle of December. And along the way, we set a few records.
Meteorologist Dana Fulton continues our team coverage tonight with a closer look. Dana?
And talking about this wind event in the middle of December, that's certainly an anomaly. And the temperatures we had today, also quite an anomaly, record-breaking for us. The previous daily high temperature record for December 15 in Madison was 52 degrees, set in 2011. We absolutely shattered that today, hitting 68 degrees in Madison. Our average this time of year, where we really should be mid to low 30s for afternoon highs. Not only is 58 degrees the new high temperature for December 15th, it is also the warmest day on record in Madison in December. So 68 in Madison, 70 in Mineral Point. The warmest temperature this afternoon across southern Wisconsin in Boscobel, 72 degrees. That is the warmest recorded temperature in all of Wisconsin in December. It's also very windy outside. Along with these temperatures, the primary focus today has certainly been our wind speeds. We have had sustained wind speeds climbing quite a bit up into the 20 to 30 mile per hour range. Again, sustained wind speeds, but wind gusts getting even higher. Our maximum wind gusts in Viroqua near 70 degrees. The same goes for Platteville, that just recorded a little bit ago within the last 30 minutes, 51 miles per hour in Madison, and the wind will still be our primary concern over the next few hours. That's going to be something that we continue to monitor through the evening as the lines continues to move through our area.
Dana, thank you. And our weather team will be continuing to follow any and all developments overnight. We'll get an update on the forecast later on in the show, and then continuing coverage starting tomorrow on News 3 Now this morning. And in the meantime, for all weather alerts, watches, and warning information on the go, now is a great time to download our free Channel 3000 weather app. It's available for download right now.
Next at 10, the weather, in this case, the fog being blamed for a crash this morning up in Marinette County that killed a driver and caused a train derailment. Happened on Highway 141 in the town of Pound. According to a preliminary investigation, a box truck was stopped in the northbound lanes waiting for the train. That's what they say. A dump truck rear-ended the vehicle, pushing it under the train, causing the train to derail. In Kentucky today, President Biden taking a tour of the tornado damage that killed at least 74 people there, and dozens more remain unaccounted